Hey y'all, subscribe to my channel. I'm the only one covering the OTC and pink sheet markets exclusively. Okay, you guys, today we are talking about Max Sound, MAXD, and the latest information on that. So Greg Halpern's no longer at that address, and from some of the information that I've heard and just rumors and whatnot, that the company is, that he's out of the house, and that the company will be selling the house and might even profit from that, and that profits might be used to drive MAXD and the sales of the technology for the sound technology. So there's two different technologies going on here, you guys. One is the sound tech that MAXD owns wholly and solely by itself, and the other technology which optimizes the data usage for internet. So all videos now are run off of that, and the 339 tech that MAXD has multiple lawsuits surrounding. Now, that's separate from the sound tech. And anybody who's in the Southern California area and wants to hear the sound tech, I do have it, and I do have samples of music you can hear. So if you want to hear it and you're in the Southern California area, hit me up. I'll give you a sample, let you listen to it, and you can experience the sound technology that is unsurpassed. They've had this tech for 10 years. Unfortunately, the current CEO has to go before they can make money off it, because he's too busy, on the Yahoo chat boards. And he's hunting at beach, he's UTs, and he's that one of the Asian, people that posts that pretends to have some Asian deal going on. You guys, that's all smoke and mirrors. And we all know that that's Greg Halpern. But the hilarious thing is, Huntington Beach's recent post says, hey, I called Greg Halpern, and he, said that the deal with Google has been, done, and, blah, blah, blah. If that's true, then Greg Halpern is releasing information, that is, that he hasn't SEC'd about, and that's an SEC violation. If it's him himself, which we all know it is, then it's an SEC violation, because he has to release information through SEC announcements, not through posts on Yahoo. The other hilarious thing is, you guys, can you imagine some Japanese person in Japan or China actually using the Yahoo message boards to talk about a deal that's upcoming? I mean, they don't even know about Yahoo message boards for stocks. It's such a joke. Nobody uses the Yahoo message boards except the old people that are attached to MAXD. And that's totally fine. And Constance Nash is there blabbing about it. I mean, she's nuts. She's totally nuts. Don't listen to her. And her blasphemy and what she's saying about Mike Turner is all BS. Anything she says about Mike Turner is literally libelous. And, he actually has an arrest, order for her. She had, they have a warrant for her arrest out of Georgia. She's crazy, you guys. Just don't listen to her. And anything she says about Mike Turner is a total BS. Anyway, moving on. The other thing is that Greg is going to be announced to be out of the company very soon. That's all happening, and there's a lot of things in the works, I believe. Anyway, but we have a couple of problems. Greg hasn't filed the SEC yet. He made it a late announcement that it was going to be late. But, there's a question is whether or not he actually has the money to be able to pay for the filing. He's out of the house. He can't rent anywhere because he has a bankruptcy. He can't buy anything because he has a bankruptcy, and he didn't pay his mortgage for 2 years. No one's going to rent him anything. He's probably living in, somebody's house that he's friends with or whatever. But nonetheless, there's a question is whether or not MAXD will actually be, have the SEC filing on time. And if it's not, then they get a notice that if you don't file by X date, then they're going to delist you. So it's a comical joke what's going on with Max Sound. It needs new leadership, obviously. If, Greg was any sort of person, he would just resign and not give Harvey a whole bunch of crap before being kicked out of the company. But he's a narcissist, so he's going to do this. So this information is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and none of the content here should be construed as financial advice or an offer or solicitation for securities.